And welcome back to the Homemade Podcast Sports with your host, Jay Pops. Welcome back, guys. Hold on, let me see. I don't know what this is doing, guys. I don't know if my screen is locked or what. If you guys can see this, please hit the like button for my see. Two of you guys have liked it. All right. So, anywho, guys, let's get on into it. Welcome back to the Homemade Podcast of Sports with your host, Jay Pops. Guys, I finally unlocked the go live button on my phone. If you guys did not know, I've been recording all these videos from off of my phone. So, hey, please forgive me for not having a professional camera and setup and stuff like that. But guys, hey, if it ain't broke, then don't fix it. I have been doing this from off my phone. Now I've finally unlocked it. Thanks to all of you guys out there that have subscribed, like the videos and everything. But anywho, guys, let's get off into it, man. This is official beat the heck out of South Carolina Saturday, baby. We play tonight, okay? But before I get into this preview, because I supposed to been had released all of this earlier throughout the week, please forgive me. Stuff happened, things like that nature. I was battling a real bad cold. I had to get rid of it, get some Theraflu, stuff like that. But anywho, let me quit rambling along. Guys, before I get off into this, have you guys been watching the games? Because I've been watching all of them. So, as I've been watching, I sit up there and I watched the Michigan game. That Michigan team, they found identity. They're going to continue to run the football. Hey, shout out to Jim Harbaugh. He has now found an identity. Anywho, let's move along. The number 2 team. I'm going to start with the number 2 team. Did you guys see that final score? 27-20. My question is this here. Is anybody going to give those guys grief about it? Okay? All right, that's what I want to know. Is anybody going to give those guys grief? Also, to keep going forward on this, the number 3 team, which was Oklahoma. Did you guys see that score? That score was, what did it turn out to be? 34-23, I believe. Is anybody going to give them grief? What I want to know is are they going to slide Cincinnati and Oklahoma down the rankings because of what they did against lesser opponents? Because from my understanding, looking at last year when Texas A&M was at number 5, what did we hear all throughout each and every broadcast? They have to play like the number 5 team. They aren't playing like the number 5 team. We heard that all year last year. And they bashed us for it. They bashed us for it, and it cost Texas A&M a spot at the playoffs in 2020. What I want to know is it going to cost Cincinnati and Oklahoma a shot at the playoffs, if any, throughout this year? Because like I said once before, they bashed Texas A&M for everything. I guarantee you, if Texas A&M comes out in this game and they don't beat South Carolina by 18 or more points, well, 19-point favorite is what I'm looking at. If they do not beat them by 19 points, you will hear about it from everybody. Everybody. I do not understand why they bashed Texas A&M so hard. They bashed them hard, man. You will hear about this. Once again, I want to know, after this weekend is over with, is Oklahoma and Cincinnati going to get penalized for how the way they look against way lesser opponents? Or are they going to say, well, they're still undefeated, let them go? Like, that kills me, man. That's why I stay behind this team so much and I support this team so much. And I continue to let the world know about this team. Texas A&M has lost 2 games. It is what it is. We're moving past that. The team looked way better than when they lost those 2 games. All right? But like I said, they penalized them, man. They penalized them for losing those 2 games. Hell, they even much kept them out the top 25. They kept them out. Now they have to work their way in there, and I can tell you this here. And looking at Penn State, somebody please tell me if Penn State lost or not. If Penn State loses, will they penalize Penn State? Where will they move them to? Are they going to move Texas A&M into the top 10? Or no? Once again, if Texas A&M comes out and they win this game by 7 points, you're going to hear about it from the national media everywhere. I just want you guys to know that. Matter of fact, let me look and see if Penn State won this game. That's why I say, man, before I get off into this, I want to say what I'm going to say before the whole world says what they're going to say. All right, so let me look at these scores. No, they're going into the fourth overtime. It's 16-16 right now. Is anybody going to bash Penn State? Or are they going to let Penn State beat? As of right now, I'm watching the LSU and Ole Miss. LSU has put 7 points on the board. I have no clue of how that pass got down the field. I know you guys haven't seen that. But it's 7-0 right now. If Ole Miss loses, are they going to bash Ole Miss? See, these are the things I'm talking about. That's why I still have Texas A&M possibly winning the SEC West or possibly being the number 2 team in the SEC West. People don't want to believe me on that. All right, it is what it is. But anywho, guys, let's talk about this South Carolina and Texas A&M preview. Man, hey, look, I'm venting. I'm frustrated because they just bashed this team so hard, and I'm very, very frustrated about that. All right. So anywho, let's go off into this South Carolina and Texas A&M. So guys, let me go back to my 247. And if you guys did not know, man, we have a huge recruiting weekend. All right. The number 2 player in the 2022 cycle, Walter Nolan, he has made his way to Texas A&M. Also, with that being said, the number 3 player in the 2022 cycle, wide receiver Evan Stewart, has also made his way to Texas A&M for tonight's game. So this is what I want to say regarding Evan Stewart. So the young man posted that on last night, and while I was watching the Astros game. Shout out to the Astros, y'all. So he had posted a picture and saying, "Hey man, down here for the midnight yell." So the wide receiver at Texas, Xavier Word, the young man is good. The young man is a baller at Texas, Xavier Word. I recognize, real when I see it, and I compliment that guy. He retweeted it and said, "Very disappointed." Wow. All I'm saying is, Aggieland, take care of your business, Aggieland. Bring those guys home. All right, so Walter Nolan is there. The number 3 player, Evan Stewart is there. Quarterback Connor Wingman should be in town. Bobby Taylor is already touched down. The 5-star safety Jacoby Matthews, he's touched down. It is a phenomenal group of guys that is there between the 2022 class and the 2023 class. So please, hey, Aggieland, by all means, make it happen. Make it happen. So let's go ahead and go along to the South Carolina game, man. So how many of you guys believe in Shane Beamer? Please, I need a show of hands. If it's nobody out there, that's just about what I thought. What I need you guys to know, though, is that although South Carolina has the record that they have and they barely won against Vandy, South Carolina still has the 22nd best class, the best talented class in the country. I'm going to say that once again. South Carolina still has the 22nd best talented class in 2021. All right? A&M has the 8th best class in 2021. I need you guys to understand where I'll be going with it. All right. This game will be no walk in the park, so I don't want nobody to come in here and think that Texas A&M should just completely blow them out. My score prediction, from what I'm seeing and from what I know, they're going to run the ball a lot tonight. All right. My score prediction, though, is 35-0 Texas A&M. If they have a 35-0 victory on this game, then that is a very, very dominant performance that you just seen from Texas A&M. I don't need to see the 41 points. Although I want to, but I don't need to see it. All I need to see these guys do is just score 30 plus points or more and continue to go forward. All right? Like I say, man, they have gotten back to running the football, so we should see a lot of that. The guy that scares me for South Carolina, and he's only on defense, is the cornerback over there. That guy leads the nation in interceptions right now. No, I'm sorry. He leads the SEC in interceptions right now with about 4 of them. But that's basically one of the only guys over there that scares me. Jordan Burch. If Jordan Burch for South Carolina comes out, and I believe they put him at the linebacker position, if he comes out with his 5-star ranking up above his head, because that's still a Will Muschamp class over there. You come out with that 5-star ranking, then hey man, we may just have a ball game. But I believe that Texas A&M is going to be the more dominant team. They're going to come out. They're going to live up to all of their expectations of what they've been wanting, because the season is still very much well out in front of them. They still control their own destiny. As much as people may hate to believe that, they still control their own destiny at the end of the day. All right, so you guys have to really, really understand that, man. This team is destined for a 11-2 type of season. Yes, you heard it from me. They're destined for an 11-2 type of season because I really believe that this team will win out. All right, they will win the rest of their remaining games. They have us as a 39% chance to win against Ole Miss. Like I keep on preaching, I have no clue why they have that. But they have us at a 39% chance. My honest opinion, I'd see them beating Ole Miss with, I'm not going to say no problem, but they will go out there and they will get the job done, all right? So, like I say, man, basically with the South Carolina game, South Carolina doesn't scare me because South Carolina is almost last in each and every category on the offensive side of the ball. You guys seen them against Vanderbilt, or at least you guys seen a couple of replays of them and stuff like that. But South Carolina isn't a very good football team, all right? So let's go ahead and be honest about this. South Carolina is not very good. I'm not going to act like Texas A&M is playing at an elite level, in which they can, but they're not right now. But they are playing at a level in which we all expected to see, The only thing that's missing is Zach Calzada connecting on some short throws from out the backfield. That's the only thing that's missing. He has to start connecting on those short throws in the backfield. Dump the ball off to him. Let Isaiah Spiller and A-Chain go run all the way down the sidelines. Boom. Get you a touchdown. I believe it will be about 2 interceptions in this game. I really, really believe that. I believe Texas A&M can put a big defensive shutdown game together and prove to these recruits that's coming out and watching that backfield to tell them that, hey, man, we are starting something new. This is the culture going forward with Mike Elko in his defense. All right? The defensive line unit, look here, man. You guys don't hear me talk about that as much because the defensive line is already proving themselves to me, in my eyes and in my opinion. They've already proven themselves. The defensive back unit was the unit that always needed to be fixed. So, like I say, Mike Elko and his team is getting that unit together, so they should look good tonight. All right, this is a night game. I did not know Jimbo Fisher had this record. 12-2 at night. That once again, that takes me back to the Alabama game, and I told you guys how I felt about that game if it was going to be at night. Just so happened, it happened at night, and hey, man, we got the victory. Told you guys about this. Once again, my final score for this game is 35-0, Texas A&M. I believe they can seriously get that. Once again, update on recruiting that's happening this weekend. Is a huge weekend with defensive linemen. The number 2 player in the 2022 class, Walter Nolan, he will be in attendance. Jacoby Matthews, he will be in attendance. And the number 3 player, Evan Stewart, he will be in attendance. as well as others, man. There will be a lot of guys out there, and there's too many guys to name. All right, Bobby Taylor will be there. That's the one biggest name that you guys need to know. All right, so all of those guys will be out there tonight, and let's just hope that we have a real dominant performance, just like I know we can. All right, so also, man, with Bear Alexander committing to Georgia, I know one of you guys that asked me that, man. Bear. Yes, guys, Bear committed to Georgia. I don't feel a disappointment from that commitment because for whatever reason, we're battling with Georgia now. You know, it's going to be a battle between Alabama and LSU, period, because of the simple fact that A&M is just in the SEC West. You know, so it's always going to be a battle there. But we're battling with Georgia hard. I have no clue of what the Georgia and A&M battle is about. But then I keep on reminding myself that we do have a guy that's on the staff that came from Georgia. I keep on forgetting that. But I believe since Bear connection was so strong with Kirby Smart, I couldn't be mad at the young man for making that decision because he had been committed to Georgia for a long time, early in his commitment, but then he backed out. And then he came over here. So we felt real strong about him, but I knew it was a 50-50 shot. So I can't be mad at the young man for just taking the time with his commitment and just making it official. And he is officially committed to Georgia. He is not going to lock from out of that commitment. I know that. But we have so many people on the board. Enai White is another one from out of the New Jersey area. I don't know what's going on with Texas and New Jersey at the moment. Texas and Philadelphia at the moment. But we're trying to go on the East Coast, and we're recruiting hard on the East Coast, man. But we're going to stay in Texas because Texas is just Texas, you know, at the end of the day. But Jimbo Fisher made that known when he got hired, man. He would go out globally and recruit. He would recruit nationally. This is a national brand, so he's going to push that. All right, so I'm just letting you guys know what's what on that. But don't be too upset with Bear committing to Georgia because it was always the 50-50 chance. All right, so trust me, man, we got a lot more guys lined up. All right, so I'm just coming in here, man. First time doing a live on the phone. I'm so excited to have this live on the phone now. And I won't have to do it on the computer to where it's static and stuff like that. So I thank all of you guys for tuning in, man. And once again, #GigaMags.